to. The both of what you mentioned, the hay bath is one which also works because the Morgellons or the AI, the nanodust and all that, like you see, people's phones sticking to them and meters pegging and channels on TVs changing and all kinds of crazy stuff. And the guy that was in Russia that showed his friend was his latitude, his longitude, his brain scan, his heart rate, everything, because he's on the dark web because he got a vax. So it shows all of this stuff. And so there are protocols that get rid of every single issue. So the hay works because it draws them out because chlorophyll is magnesium based. The AI, the nanodust, the fibers, all of that are a combination of keratin, magnesium, which is in chlorophyll, so chlorophyll, Fe3, which is Fe2 is normal in your blood, but you do have Fe3 ion, so you can take glutathione, and that will bring Fe3 back down to Fe2. So you can deal with that, plus the mud mix that takes it out of your body, plus the one you mentioned, Jim Humble's protocols, it gets rid of all of that, plus the pine needles get rid of deals with the spike protein. So with every single possibility, there's something. When they do come out with the medveds, there's a lot of disinformation about that now too, as people don't understand how they work at all. They're saying you have to give a DNA sample, and if you don't have an contaminated sample, then you can't change what. That's not how a medved works. Medved's actually like the quantum cards that Rick has on his Patriotic Strong website, from his Blessed to Teach website. They take energy from the quantum realm, just like the quantum financial system is looking at the energy coming out of the quantum realm at that economic event. So in this case, what you're doing is you're looking at the etheric blueprint of the body. The physical body has an etheric blueprint at the etheric level, which is the quantum realm. And so that is set when you're born. That never changes. It's always that. So you could bring somebody back to the day they're born if you wanted to, without any sample at all. It reaches into the etheric, the medveds reach into the etheric realm and pull that blueprint up and remodel the body to that blueprint. And they can take you back 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, whatever you have. And if you have the whole lower half of your body, they could regrow the whole lower half of your body. You have a missing lung, they can regrow the lung. You don't have to have it doesn't matter if you have a GMO or whatever you have in you. It has no bearing on this at all. And that's all just the deep state talking points to promote fear. And so, and that's the final thing in the protocols. All of my protocols point at one thing, is that, again, through the power of Christ, through Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of the God that created absolutely everything there is, he can reach through the quantum realm too. So
he created.
That's literally what happens when you lay your burden at the feet of the cross. You're born anew, because you are literally wiped clean from a quantum realm where Christ is literally embodied there and reaches out and wipes everything clean, and you're like clean as the driven snow, and new fallen snow. So it literally is a baptism in Jesus Christ, that through that, it doesn't matter about the vax or any of this other stuff. Of course, always, if it's your time and God's calling you to go home, of course, it's your time. Sure. But other than that, you don't have to have all this fear and terror about all this stuff. Like that lady was saying, if you're not gone to Christ and you're just going to do nothing, but even with the protocols, they will help significantly. But the bottom line is that now the amount of people that have been vaxxed and the amount of people that have been tested, which is the same thing in a smaller amount, is enough that everybody will be exposed. Like I'm suffering from Morgellons right now really badly. The whole left side of my ear, head, everything is about half again as big as my right side because of the skin shedding and all the AI that's in. And I have some contractors that came through, and they're very close to me and touched me on on that side. And so now I've got that activated and that stuff. But already with the protocols, it's coming down quickly. But so it does help. And then of course the power of prayer as the final solution every single time.
Absolutely. You know, you mentioned